Hi and welcome to In the Can, and today we're going to make a lemon meringue pie. So in the food processor I have a cup and a half, or a cup and a quarter rather, of flour. I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of sugar, one half cup of butter or one stick of butter, and before I get too far I'm going to preheat the oven to 425 because we got to blind bake the pie crust. So let's blend that until all the butter is incorporated in the flour. Then we want two tablespoons of water, and 2 tablespoons of vinegar. I use white vinegar. You can use white vinegar, apple cider vinegar. It's not going to matter. Then we want to blend this until we get a dough. And once we have the dough, we're going to turn the dough out onto a floured surface. Hands a little wash. We're going to sprinkle some flour over the top. Rub some flour on our rolling pin and start rolling out our dough. And once it's about half the size you need, flip the dough over. And finish rolling it out. We're going to carefully take our dough and place it in our pie pan. Press together any tears in the dough. Peel off any of the edges to patch any tears in the dough. And to add to the edges of the dough where necessary. I'm going to just roll the edges a little bit. This doesn't have to be fancy. I've got the oven preheated at 425. Now I'm going to stick this in there for 25 minutes. Oh, wait a second. Nearly forgot. I want to poke some holes in the bottom of it to keep it from bubbling up. And I'm going to poke some holes in the sides of it as well. And now we're going to stick it in the oven for 25 minutes. And then we'll be back. Okay, the pie crust is done. So I'm going to pull it out of the oven. It shrank a little bit. And set it aside to cool. Shrank a lot. I'm hoping that there's enough there. I'm going to turn the oven down to 350. And get started on the filling. And And for the filling, I need 1½ cup of sugar, 6 tablespoons of cornstarch, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to stir this to get it all mixed together. And this is to keep the cornstarch from clumping. So then I need one and a half cups of water. Now I'm going to cook this until it thickens slightly. It becomes like a gravy. In this bowl I have 3 egg yolks. I'm going to give them a quick beat. Now I want to bring this to a boil and let it cook for a bit, and I'll be back. Okay, I've got this thickened. So now I'm going to add about a cup of this mixture to my egg yolks to temper them. And I'm going to put my egg yolks into the mixture. This mixture thickened up really fast. And hang on. Okay. Try to get all this goodness out. And let's get this mixed in. And we're just going to cook this for a couple seconds. To cook the egg. That's about long enough. Then I'm going to add 6 tablespoons of butter. I measured it out. And a half a cup of lemon juice and the zest of 1 lemon. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Once that's incorporated, I'm going to pour this into my pie crust. Then we're going to get set up and beat the egg whites for the meringue. Hey, I'm back. So, my meringue never did form stiff peaks. And from what I read, it's because of the weather. So I poured it on there on top anyways and let it bake. Decided to do the best I could with what I had. But supposedly, if it's rainy out, the meringue won't form stiff peaks. So here's my lemon meringue pie. It's got a nice bright lemon flavor. And the meringue does have a little airiness to it, so it's not that bad. But anyhow, after I poured the meringue on, I let it bake for 10 minutes to brown the meringue and let it set. So hopefully you enjoyed this recipe. You'll give it a like. Please subscribe. And thank you for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye.